Next one is from Stephen Thompson. Is that Wonder Boy?
Could be.
Subject is backstage. Love the show. My question is, what were Hogan and Savage like backstage? Do they socialize with the boys or they keep themselves? Also, what was the Ultimate Warrior like backstage when he was in WCW? Hogan had his own room. He socialized with the boys. Macho was kind of, I don't know. These guys they were kind of aloof a little bit. Macho was. And Warrior was weird. I didn't really share a lot of conversation with him, but I remember when he came back into WCW, he was referring to himself in third person around the boys. Like Warrior, he was calling himself Warrior. Like I thought that was like who?
Well, it was his legal. It was his legal name.
Yeah, but like doesn't I or me qualify? Like he's using third person and talking about himself to the boys in conversation. Who does like if for joke? If Konnan started speaking in third person on this show, saying Konnan said like The Rock does, I mean, would that not be weird?
Well, Hulk Hogan, when he speaks as Terry Bollea, he talks about Hulk Hogan as if it's a separate entity, So.
Yeah, but the boys backstage would most of them be calling him Terry and stuff and Hulk.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking back. This is backstage.
Mm-hmm.
Warrior would refer to himself in third person in conversations backstage with the rest
Instead
of the boys.
Of I or
it's like,
me.
what are you doing? It's like I thought that was weird.
It is a little weird.
Yeah, it was kind of weird because I was never kind of like mesmerized by Hogan. I always thought he was kind of whack. And so, like, when I always hear people, I got into business because of Hogan, I always think to myself, really? I just always thought, even as young, I probably first saw him when I was 14, so I was already a little bit older. But I just remember I just thought his shtick was like a used car salesman I'd see on TV or like a TV evangelist. I just thought he was foolish. I thought Macho was cool as f***. I loved his gimmick. I loved his voice. I loved the clothes he wore. I was very inspired by his clothes. I liked the way he treated Elizabeth badly. Like she'd be afraid to go in the water and he'd push her in and he was ordering her around. I just thought that was funny. Not to be misconstrued as being a misogynist because somebody will. Warrior was kind of weird, bro, because when I met him in WWE, he was a tremendous and then when I met him in WCW, I think he didn't even recognize me because he was, hey, K-Dog, like, motherfucker, you were rude as shit when I met you in WWE. Now you're all, hey, K-Dog. He was always very kind of weird, and Macho was very weird. Macho was very paranoid, and if you like if he thought that you were making fun of him, he immediately wanted to fight you. And so, like, there was a time where Scott Hall and Nash were trying to get him to shave his head, and he thought it was a joke, and he was asking me if it wasn't. And there was one time there was a guy rapping on the radio and it sounded like him. It had like a raspy voice, and I was f***ing with him. I was like, yeah, bro, that guy's imitating you. Really? What's his name? And I was like, this guy's actually hot. You had to watch out with him. He was very paranoid.